We're going to do some testing with Uponor F1960 versus a PEX-B F1960. These are 4-inch cuts of half-inch pipe. This is Uponor pipe with Uponor Pro-PEX rings. We have Zern pipe with Uponor Pro-PEX rings, and then Zern pipe with C153 F1960 cold expansion rings. So we're going to do all of those, all of these tests. What we'll do is we'll do the Uponor first. What I'm going to do is expand until it bottoms out, and then make my connection. Same thing over here. We're going to count the number of expansions necessary on each one of these pipes. The fewer expansions, the less memory is going to be in the pipe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottomed out. I'll do one more. 7. Do the same thing for this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottom it out at 6. One more 7, and we're good. Okay. So this is Zern with Uponor Pro-PEX rings. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottom it out at 6. One more at 7. Over there. Get a close up of that pipe too when it's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottom it out at 6, 7, and then our connection. All right, this is our pipe with C153 cold expansion rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottom out at 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottom out at 6 and 7. All right. So it is 1:45. We'll come back in an hour and do pull testing on each one of these samples at 2:45. All right, so it's 2:40. We're going to start the pull testing. The first one that we have is the Uponor sample because we connected that first. It's in this pull test machine. It'll apply about 400 pounds of pull force to each connection. What we're looking for is we're looking for a failure of the pipe and not the connection. So I'm going to start the test. Okay, so far so good. We'll do the Zern with the Uponor Pro-PEX rings on there next. Ready?
Yep.
That's weird. Normally we see that fail in the middle. Alright. Last we'll do Zern tubing with C153 cold expansion rings. Or Zern pipe with C153 rings. the failure mode for these tests, they should be failing somewhere around there. Up here indicates a weakening of the pipe at that point.
Cracking due to expansion?
Cracking due to expansion, basically. All right, and that one didn't hold. Okay, so coming close. A couple things I see. First off, this is this did not hold up with the Sioux Chief expansion rings. Not enough compressing force to hold that onto the fitting. So that one failed the pull test right away after about an hour time. It's 2:43, so that was close to an hour, just a couple minutes short. This sample here, whenever we pull these, an Uponor PEX sample, when it fails this test, or when we pull on this test, the pipe, when it fails right in the middle, right here. Similar to this is what we're looking at, a stretch and then a failure in the middle of the pipe where it's expanded too much. Because it failed right here, that tells me that the pipe was weakened at this point by the expander tool, and it caused the failure right there at the connection. So I'll call that a failure of the connection, not a failure of the pipe. But this gives us something to go off.